Today we're going to build and review the 10th edition new Necron Overlord with Translocation Shroud, and it's coming right up.
Necrons!
Nick speaking, and welcome to this video. Right, at last my Translocation Shroud Overlords have turned up. These were delayed in my batch of pre-orders. I've got two of these, and I'm going to build one normally, and then I'm going to convert the other, of which I'll have a separate video for. However, in today's video I'm going to build the miniature as per the instruction book. I'm going to review the build, and we're going to have a quick look at the stats of this unit. Of course, the first job is to clip this miniature from the sprue and then remove the mould lines. Now I have to say there was quite a few mould lines on this miniature. I think it was the design of the Translocation Shroud, where it's made of squares, meant there were quite a few little areas to get your knife and remove the mould lines. Obviously it's 100% worth making the effort to remove those mould lines, so when you paint the miniature the mould lines don't ruin your paint job. Okay, so on to building this miniature, and there are only 5 pieces to this mini, so they're quite big pieces. Now less pieces means it's more difficult to convert a miniature because it's very much a fixed position. So I thought about how I was going to convert this as I built it, came up with a few ideas for the next video, which of course will be up on the channel very soon. However, back to this one, I put the neck piece in as per the instruction book. I did have a bit of an issue trying to get the head onto the neck piece. I'd actually recommend that you glue the head first onto the neck piece and then glue the whole thing into the body rather than like the instruction book tells you to. So I just took my time and I built the miniature using plastic glue. Now I didn't glue on his Overlord's blade, I left that off for painting purposes. Actually, to be fair, if I wasn't making this review video, I probably wouldn't have joined the body front and back together. I would have left that off as well. It just makes it easier to paint. I think I'm going to paint it okay as it is, but I think it would be slightly easier if I hadn't glued it together. However, for this video, I did. Now in terms of the data card stats, he has the same stats as a standard Overlord, so 5-inch movement, toughness 5, a 2+ save with a 4+ invulnerable save, 6 wounds, leadership 7 and OC 1. However, his war gear is fixed. He has the Overlord's blade doing devastating wounds, which of course a normal Overlord can take, but he can take other pieces of war gear as well. The Translocation Shroud Overlord automatically has a resurrection orb, and you can't change that, which of course you can do on the normal Lord. He of course is a leader, the same as the standard Overlord, and he can lead Immortals, Lich Guard and Necron Warriors. He also has the stratagem bonus just like the standard Overlord with My Will Be Done. However, of course he's got the Translocation Shroud, which allows him and his unit to automatically advance 6 inches. Not only that, but when the unit makes a normal move, advances or falls back, you can ignore terrain and models when moving horizontally. However, of course, you have the normal restrictions. You can't land on top of a model, for example. Overall, I think this is the best Overlord unit. I think we're going to see this a lot on the table. That 6-inch advance movement is really powerful, making our, well, pretty slow moving infantry units fast. It's going to be pretty powerful, especially in the Hypercrypt Legion, where your army is going to be moving around all over the place anyway. So here he is, all finished. Of course I've got Blue Tack there holding him to the base and also holding his arms into position with his weapon. Now I know a lot of people don't like this miniature that much. They think it's a little bit too busy. Some of the detail is hidden, and I get that. The missing legs, for example, is a little bit hard to see with all of the Translocation Shroud everywhere. However, I'm holding judgment out until I've actually painted the miniature, because I find sometimes when you actually paint a miniature, it does change your view of it. I wish it wasn't such a single pose miniature. Sadly, That's how it is at the moment with Games Workshop. Gone are the days where you have ball and socket joints so you can move things around and repose them as you're building them. It's all fixed position stuff. However, as I said, I have converted this miniature. I've also made a third miniature from the leftover bits from my second conversion. So make sure you stay tuned for the next video on this particular build, because it's a bit of a crazy conversion. I'm not sure you're going to like it or not. I think I like it, but I probably need someone to say, yeah, Nick, that was a good idea. We'll find out what you think. If that video is up already, then I'll link it up for you just there. If not, here's another video that YouTube thinks you may like to watch.